Yo, what is going on, boys? It's Snods here. We're back with another video, and today we want to talk about the finest of the franchise program that just recently came out. Now, this program that just recently came out might be one of the best drops that they have had all year long. All of these cards are very, very, very good cards. Every single one of these new finest cards are very good options for your team, and they're going to help you out immensely, and you're going to be able to get these guys pretty easy throughout this entire program. But we can sit here and talk about these cards all day long, but what I want to talk about today in this video is about these classics cards. Now, a lot of these cards are just as good. Most of them are. Some of them are even better than these cards that we are getting. So you don't want to sleep on these classic cards. And in this video today, I'm going to go over some of the best cards that come out of these packs. So if you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel, throw a like on the video, leave a comment down below. Who is your favorite finest player that just recently came out? Let's get right into this, talk about some of these classics. Underdog Fantasy is one of the easiest, most simple apps out there when it comes to playing fantasy sports. If you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy is giving you guys an awesome deal. It will match up to $100 in your first deposit. So if you guys throw in 20 bucks, Underdog Fantasy is going to give you an additional $20 to do whatever you want with it. To get that, be sure to click the link in the description below and use code SNODS at checkout. And again, Underdog Fantasy will double your first deposit up to $100. So be sure to use code SNODS. That link will be in the description below. All right, so let's talk about the first group. Now, remember, you get these things early on. The first one that you get is at level 7, I believe. And you get to choose from one of these guys in here. And you keep getting these over and over, and you keep unlocking all of these guys. And you're going to get all of them for free. And it's very easy to do so. So let's talk about some of my favorite cards in this first group. So the first card I want to show you guys is this 99 overall Salvador Perez. Now, this was a catcher in MLB The Show 20. That was his finest card here, and everybody used that card. He's just as good in this game. Salvador Perez has a really, really good swing. He's got really good power against lefties, really good contact against righties. The only thing that's a little sketchy is that contact against lefties, but if you parallel him, get him up a little more, he's really, really good. Pretty good catcher too. Love Salvi. This next one here is one of my favorites, and that is Jorge Polanco. Love this dude. He's a switch hit. He can play third, shortstop, and second. Pretty much play anywhere in the infield other than first. And really love his bat. I think he does play above his stats, even though his stats are really good as it is. But right now, this is my starting second baseman on my God squad. I really like Jorge Polanco. And then the last of my favorites out of this Classics pack is going to be Kyle Tucker. Now, this might be one of my favorite finest cards right now. This was MLB The Show Finest 21 from last year. And last year, this card was actually really slept on. It was a really, really good card. In my opinion, I think that this card is even better this year. He bashes the ball. Love this dude. I don't know what it is about this card, but he just hits absolute dongs for me. Kyle Tucker, he's got a really smooth swing. He's got 121 power against lefties, 113 power against righties, 118 contact against lefties, and 121 contact against righties. Kyle Tucker. And then the last card that I want to talk about that's actually not too bad that I thought was going to be horrible, and that is the 98 overall Brad Hand from Finest MLB The Show 20. Now, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong here. I don't know if this Brad Hand card had a sinker in MLB The Show 20. There's a pitch here that he did not have. Correct me if I'm wrong. He might have. But for whatever reason, people have a hard time hitting this Brad Hand. He's been really good for me. He's a decent little bullpen piece if you need it. And then I'll show you all the rest of these guys if you want them, but I just don't think they're that great. Jose Iglesias, Alex Verdugo, DJ LeMahieu, Charlie Morton, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Tim Anderson, Matthew Boyd, David Fletcher, Liam Hendricks, Mitch Haniger, and then Lance Lynn. I'm not saying these cards are bad, but I just don't think they really stand out to me, and I don't think they're going to make a lot of God squads. All right, so let's talk about this next group of cards. A lot of good cards in here as well. A couple cards that are better. Really good options. Let's talk about my favorite ones. First one from MLB The Show 21. I swear it feels like yesterday we were using these cards. It is Zach Wheeler. This was a good card last year. Actually kind of slept on last year. I think he's even better this year. He's got 108 hits per 9, 105 Ks per 9, and 125 stamina, so you can use this guy for a very long time. He's got a fastball, sinker, slider, curveball, changeup, pretty much all of the essentials that you need. Let's go look at his quirks. I don't think he has anything crazy here. He's got sinker baller here, which is good, and then he's got outlier 2 on his secondary pitch, so I did not know that. He has outlier as well. This is a good pitcher. Next one I want to talk about here is Marcus Stroman. A lot of people did not like this card last year at all. No one really used it. He was very easy to hit off of. But for whatever reason this year, I think he is a very valuable option. We think back to Face of the Franchise, the 90 overall Marcus Stroman. Everybody used that card, and for whatever reason, people had a lot of issues with him. I think it's the same scenario here. Marcus Stroman, really good option. Next one that I'm so excited about, that is Devin Williams, 99 overall MLB The Show 20 finest card. Again, we go back to Face of the Franchise cards. Devin Williams had a 90 overall card, and everybody loved him. He was the hardest reliever to hit. And Devin Williams, boys, he is back in the game, and he's going to be nastier than ever. 125 hits per 9, 125 Ks per 9, changeup, fastball, cutter, sinker, and that nasty screwball that everybody has issues with. Again, Devin Williams is back, y'all. Next one I want to talk about is, of course, the 98 overall Ketel Marte from MLB The Show 19. Now, this is not a 99 overall card, but he's going to play very, very good. Some people still use his 93 overall card that plays so good, and it's actually scary to see him have a 98 overall now. Obviously, with parallel system, you get him up to a 99, and it will definitely help out with that power against righties. That's pretty much the only bad thing about this card. Very versatile card. He can play all over the field. His defense is not the best in the world, but he's got a little bit of speed. But the most important thing, he's a switch hitter, and Ketel Marte cards always hit the cover off the ball. Next, I want to show you guys is MLB The Show 21 finest card, Walker Buehler, 120 stamina, 117 hits per 9, and 102 Ks per 9. A lot of people don't use this card, but again, I think this is a card that is slept on. A lot of these classics finest cards are going to be slept on. A lot of people aren't going to be using it, but Walker Buehler, I have been using him a lot lately, and he's been nothing but great for me. I love his pitch mix. A lot of people have a hard time reading his release. It's kind of a it's not goofy, but it's different, and a lot of people have a hard time reading it. At least I do, that's for sure. But Walker Buehler is definitely a good option if you need a starting pitcher. So those were those cards. Some of these guys might be pretty good. Jesse Winker. You got the CJ Cronin here that actually isn't too bad. Brandon Crawford, maybe. I haven't really seen too much success with these guys. Ozzie Albies, I was actually really disappointed in this card because I wanted to use Ozzie Albies. Usually those cards are really good, but he is absolutely horrible against righties, so unfortunately he won't make the list. Decent bat to have against lefties though, that is for sure. So yeah, boys, that is going to be it for all of these classics cards. Let me know if I missed anybody. Let me know if there's anybody in here that you feel wasn't good in the previous games but is now very, very good in this one, because I will be definitely very curious and excited to use that card. It's gonna be it for this video, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here. Peace.